Great. Big welcome to your practice for today. Another week, and it's getting chilly. I've got my cardigan on this morning. It must be even colder where you are, Herdis, I'm sure, in Norway. Yeah. All right. So, in terms of props for your practice, um, a couple of bricks would be quite handy, or just something if you need to bring the floor a little bit closer. So one or two bricks if you've got them, but no pressure if you don't. A blanket and a block. A bolster would also maybe be an alternative to the bricks. So just gather in what you need, or some cushions, or whatever you need. Okay. And I think we're going to start. Well, we are going to start seated. So I'll meet you there. So whatever you need, I think I might have to open. Whatever you need underneath the lower body to give you support, please bring it in. And whether you'd like to sit cross-legged or whether you prefer to kneel, it's whatever works for you. And just give ourselves a moment. So just feel free to acquaint yourself with the lower body. That's how that's all feeling. Connecting down into the earth. Just giving yourself this gift of presence, this gift of arriving on your mat. You might want to take a hand onto the heart space, or one hand to the belly, or both. And just inviting that full in-breath. That gentle sigh. And in this space where we're moving into the day, moving into the morning, in this quiet space, is where it can be a really nice process to create any intention that you might have for your practice this morning. An intention to perhaps carry you into your day or into your week. And that intention might form itself in your mind. And then you could allow it to drop down into the heart and just allow it to nestle into the heart space. So let's begin to invite some conscious control to the breath. So perhaps inhaling for the count of 3 and exhaling for the count of 3. Inhaling 2, 3. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 3. 1, 2, 3. Let's pause the breath right there. 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 3, 2, 1. And a pause. 2, 1. Inhale. Little pause. Exhaling smoothly. and a pause. Inhale. Pausing in that fullness. Exhaling. And pausing. Inhaling again for 3. And no pause, just exhaling for 3. Another full inhale. And exhale. Steady, steady breath. And we'll start to add some movement. So either keeping the eyes closed, or you can gently let the eyes open. And the next inhale, we can take the arms up. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, turning to the right. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Up to center. And exhale to the left. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And to the left. Inhaling back to center. Now taking your left hand and placing your left hand down to the side, and let's take a little side extension. Keeping that steady flow to the breath, and to see how it feels, you might want to kind of drop the torso down, that right side rather, down. And then allow the top ribs to gently open towards the sky. Feel free to circle the arm. Nice. One more deep in breath. And then when you're ready, exhale, let's come all the way out to the other side. So gentle pressure of the hand into the mat there to invite the opposite sitting bone to drop. And then from that support of the sitting bones, both sitting bones descending, you can allow the body to gently curl in perhaps. Body to open up a little. Top ribs can roll towards the sky, and you can take a little circle there with the arm. It's whatever's going to resonate or suit your body. Another deep in breath. And with the exhale, let's come all the way out and just pause right there. And then take your time. If the eyes are closed, just gently lift the eyelids, and then we'll come over to the hands and knees whenever you're ready. So feel free to use your blanket underneath your shins if you wish. The salutations we'll do this morning will be high lunges, just to give you a heads up on that. So you may not need your blanket. See how you go. Okay, so here we have hands just gently placed under the shoulders, knees gently placed under the hips. The in-breath can lift the chest. The out-breath can round the belly, pressing into the hands. Inhale to lift the heart. And exhale to round, looking either between the knees or towards the navel. Inhale to lift the chest. And the exhale sends the back of the heart towards the sky. Inhale, lifting the heart. Now this time, same thing with your body, okay? But let's tuck the toes. Lift your knees about an inch off the mat, not too high. Doming the back. And 3 complete breaths right here. When you're ready, let's lower the knees. Inhale, lifting the chest. I'm going to do that twice more. Okay, so as you exhale, press into the hands, round the back. Knees can lift and we breathe. Jawbone relaxed. When you're ready, let's lower the knees. Inhale, lifting the chest. One more. Exhale, 3 breaths when you're there. As and when you're ready, let's come back to the knees. I need to just give my wrists a little circle. I don't know if you want to join me in that. Circle up the wrist just a little bit. Okay. Once again, planting the hands, and with the in-breath, lifting the heart. This time, downward facing dog. We'll bend one knee and release heavy, heavy through the opposite heel. And just feel free to tread through the legs. Just finding your way in. Maybe gently moving the head, nodding the head like you're saying yes, or shaking the head like you're saying no. And we'll start to walk the feet towards the hands. So just take as many steps as you need to. Walking the feet forward. Here we are. We can put a nice little bend to the knees or a nice big bend to the knees. And allow yourself to hang forward. So you can link the arms if you wish. And just feel free to sway around. As you exhale, finding that full connection into the feet. And feel free to keep the knees as bent as you wish. And with the in-breath, hands to your shins, lengthen your spine, send the heart forward. With the exhale, let's fold, navel to spine as we fold. Inhale to lengthen, lift the heart. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen, sending the chest forward. This time stay right there and bring the hands onto your hips. Inhale, press into the feet, come all the way up, stand. And then exhale, releasing your arms by your sides. Here we are. So give yourself a little moment to get acquainted into the feet. You're welcome to lift the toes from the mat, spread them wide. And connect them down again. So we'll just do a little tadasana sequence before we take the salutations, okay? I feel I've not done this one for a while on Monday, so I thought it'd be nice. So with the next inhale, let's take the arms out to the sides, inhaling. And with the exhale, bring the arms forward, and it's like you're gathering in the energy as the arms come forward. Next inhale can take the arms up. It's like a moving meditation. On the exhale, palms turn to face down and lower the arms back to your sides. And again, inhale to shoulder height. Exhale to gather. Inhale to reach up. It's like the breath is breathing you. Exhale, the arms can then come down. We'll do this twice more, okay? We can build on it a little bit. So on the in-breath, arms wide. Exhale, bringing the arms forward. Gathering. Now this time, either keep the heels down or you can lift the heels as you inhale and take the arms up. And with the exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms. Back to standing. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. Exhale to gather. Inhale, option to lift the heels as you lift the arms. And with the exhale, lower the heels and then lower the arms. Just noticing that connection to the feet as the spine lengthens up. And with the next inhale, let's take the arms forward and up. Reaching up through the body, exhale and fold all the way down. Inhale, come halfway to lengthen your spine, sending the heart forward. With the exhale, bend the knees, left foot stepping back, preparing for a high lunge. So really finding your feet. Inhale, breathing the arms up. And with the exhale, bring the hands down to the earth and finding our way back into downward facing dog. Full breath. Next, inhale can bring us to a high plank, shoulders over the hands. And exhale, knees, chest, chin to lower down, all the way to the front body. So let's release the toes from here. And we'll lift the hands a tiny bit off the mat. And as you exhale, first of all, let your tailbone gently move under and find the connection to your pelvis. Hands-free cobra, or it's more of a locust really. We're going to inhale, lift head, chest, and leg. And exhale, gently lower. Let's take that twice more. Inhale, tailbone gently moves under, falling into the pelvis and lift. And exhale, we come down. Inhale, once again, we come up. And this time, stay up there, but place the hands, okay? Then inhale, press into your hands a little more. Lift the chest, the feet will touch down. And then the exhale can take us back, perhaps via a child's pose. And either stay there or you can go to downward dog. Exhale. Full inhale here. Pressing the floor away as you exhale. Inhale, right foot can lift. Exhale, bringing the right foot towards the hands or between the hands. Give it a little nudge if you like. So let's come to a high lunge and we'll stay there for a little bit. So let's bring the hands to the hips just to help get you settled. Inhale and exhale. Just find your roots, okay? Tailbone gently lengthening under. Little bend to the back knee. Inhale, taking the arms up. And exhale to stay right there. Find your foundations. Deep inhale to lift the chest. And then turning to your right, exhale, the arms can reach to shoulder height. Palms facing up. One full inhale just here. One full exhale. Inhale now, sweep that right arm down and forward and then both arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. Let's find high plank and hold that high plank. Inhale, right here, tailbone gently moving under. And then with the exhale, back onto the belly, lower down, knees up or down. Once again, this hands-free locust, okay? So 3 times. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, shoulder blades can move together on the back. Exhale to lower. Inhale to lift. Now stay right here and place the hand. Inhale, press into the hands. A little lift, feet touch down, shoulders roll back and down. Exhale, child's pose. Maybe stay there or downward facing dog on the exhale. Next in breath, let's take the left foot up, deep inhale. Exhale, stepping it through. High lunge from here. Inhale, maybe the hands come to the hips. And exhale, just finding your foundation. Great, inhale, taking the arms up. Exhale, and we step. Inhale, then the exhale can open us around to the left. Following your inhale. Following your exhale. Next in-breath takes the left arm down and forward and both arms up. Exhale, hands to the earth. And once again, let's find that high plank. Inhale where you are. Then exhale all the way to the belly. 3 more rounds of this. Hands lift. Inhale, locust. Exhale to lower. Twice more. Now, third time, stay up and place the hands. Inhale, feet touch down, shoulders roll back and down. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot lifts. Exhale, stepping it through. High lunge, inhale. Exhale, hands to the earth, back foot stepping forward, folding in over the legs. Exhaling. Let's come to Utkatasana. Bend the knees. Breathe in the arms up, Utkatasana. And we'll fall forward again. Exhale. Inhale to lengthen your spine. Send the heart forward. Exhale, bend the knees. Right foot stepping back. High lunge. Inhale, breathing on up. Exhale, hands to the earth, downward facing dog. Inhale to your high plank. And exhale, knees up or down, chaturanga. Inhale, little cobra. Tailbone moving under, shoulders roll back and down. And exhale, tuck the toes, hips high, downward facing dog. Inhale from here, picking up the right foot. Exhale, stepping the right foot now outside of the right hand. Give yourself some time, and the back knee can come down. Okay, so just feel your way in. Now, if you want to, all my stuff is just out of reach as usual. If you want to, you can bring those bricks in. You can also pad underneath the back knee if you like, okay? Just see how you feel. So always quite nice to have a little bit of movement, just feeling your way into the hip. If you'd like to come forward onto the forearms and elbows, go ahead. You don't have to, okay? Let's see how it feels. Smooth inhale. Smooth exhale. Now, if you're resting on the forearms and the elbows, let's all come and meet up on the hands again. I'm just going to drop one of my bricks to a medium, no, to a low edge, I should say. Or you can just put your hand onto the mat. And then from here, taking the right arm forward. Inhale. Exhale, then reach that arm back. Now, you're very welcome to either keep the arm extended, palm facing up. Maybe you want to wrap. And see how that feels. Okay. So a little bit of a lean back here, opening across the chest. One more inhale, just right here. And then when you're ready, exhale and wind. And then we can find our way out. So that's entirely up to you. You might want to come into a downward dog. You might prefer to come to the hands and knees. Just take a little bit to move them. Okay. Great. All right. So getting ready for the second side. So on the next in-breath, you can go from kneeling or from downward dog. Left foot lifts, exhale, stepping it outside the left hand. Give yourself plenty of time. Just gently feeling your way in. Perhaps you'd like to come onto forearms. Smooth exhale. Just breathing that kind awareness into all of the body. When you're ready, if you're on forearms, let's all meet on the palms of the hands. Inhale from here, left arm goes forward. Exhale, opening around to the left. Smooth inhale, just where you are. And then when you're ready, let's exhale, unwind. Find your way out. So maybe it's to the hands and knees. Maybe it's to downward dog. Steady inhale and a steady exhale. So next inhale, we'll take the left foot up, deep in breath. Exhale, stepping it through. High lunge, inhale, coming up. Exhale, hands to your mat, back foot stepping forward, folding in, exhale. Let's bend the knees again here. Utkatasana, bend the knees, breathing the arms up. And then coming to standing as you exhale, straighten the legs. Here we are. Tadasana. Let's take a few breaths right here. Okay, so either pausing with the hands together in prayer pose, or maybe to the body, or by your sides. Just another breath. Next inhale, breathing the arms up. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, bend the knees. This time step one foot and then the other. Find your plank. Inhale, just right here. And then with the exhale, let's come all the way to the belly once again. Let's just find a space for a second here, okay? So coming onto forearms and elbows. Again, you have that sense of the tailbone just slightly lengthening down, okay? Just a little. And exploring that support underneath the thighs and the pelvis. Another full inhale just right here. When you're ready, exhale, let's link the fingers and nudge the elbows in. Tuck the toes on the inhale and a forearm plank, exhale. Inhale here. Feel as you can almost dome the upper back a little as you exhale. One more in-breath. And then exhale back onto the, or into the Sphinx, I should say. Nice deep in-breath just where you are. And then exhale, let's release forward. Let's take a pause. One hand on top of the other. And just rest right here, 3 breaths. Keep inviting the mind to connect with the breath. From here, let's come back to the cobra. So 3 rounds of cobra. So first of all, or locusty cobra, okay? So again, find your support under your pelvis. Tailbone can gently lengthen under. Inhale, hands lift. Shoulder blades squeeze together on the back and lift the legs. And then exhale, let's lower. Inhale again. Exhale to lower. One more, inhale. Now this time stay and place your hands. Inhale, press into your hands, feet touch down, lift the heart. Exhale, child's pose. So either staying right there, or we can come back to downward dog. Exhale. Right foot lifting, inhale. Exhale once again to the outside of the right hand, and the left knee can land on your mat. So our second round of this deep lunge. So often can be quite a challenge when it's getting chilly. And also at this time of the morning as well. So just go nice and easy. If you'd like to come to forearms and elbows, go ahead. If not, stay up on the hands. See how it feels to invite a little more heaviness to your pelvis. And then once again, find your left hand. Inhale. Right arm forward, exhale. So you can either reach it back, you can wrap. Another option for you here, if you're feeling warm enough, is you can pick up your back foot, okay? And then either stay there, all right? Or you might find you can catch the little toe edge of that foot. And then once you've got hold of the edge of the foot, press the shin away and take this kind of lean back as you open across the chest here. One more deep in breath. And then with the exhale, let's unwind from here. And then either back to your downward dog or to child pose. Give yourself what you need. You might want some movement. Okay, second side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it wide. Back knee down. Then just feel your way in. A little bit of movement. That's great. Okay, from here, let's take that left arm, breathe it forward. And then we can reach it back. Just keep tuning in and listening to how your body is responding to each movement. Okay, and how is your breath responding to each movement? If you want to catch the foot, go ahead. If you do have the foot, avoid pulling the foot into you. You're aiming to keep the back arm extended long. Push the shin away. Little bit of a lean back. Another deep inhale, just right here. And then exhale, release. And we'll all meet on the hands and knees. Exhale. Inhale to roll the heart forward. Exhale, curl back, child's pose. Inhale, roll forward, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog, pressing into the hands. Give yourself a moment here. On the next exhale, we'll bend the knees to look forward. Now you can either jump, step, or walk your feet towards the hands. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale to fold. Back to Utkatasana. Bend the knees, sink it into your heels. Breathe in the arms up, Utkatasana. And the exhale straightens the legs back to standing tadasana. I'm going to pause here. Okay, you can release the arms when you're ready. And let's take a step out. So we're going to face the long edge of the mat, okay? And let's have the feet about a leg length apart. So we'll prepare for Trikonasana. Now, if you want, you can have a brick nearby, okay? So with the brick, I'm going to turn my right toes out, all right? And then I'll just place my brick just down by the outside of that foot, okay? Excellent. So really finding that full support into the lower body. And from here, let's take the right arm up. Maybe just a little openness up out of the right side. And as you exhale, reaching over to the right. So perhaps the hand comes to the shin. Maybe it comes to the brick. And let's start with the back of the left hand just resting behind the sacrum, okay? Or behind the lower back. Allow the top shoulder to track above the bottom one, so you're really opening across the chest. Tailbone gently moving in. Now from here, inhale, let's take that top arm up. Now a little bit similar to what we did earlier, okay, when we were seated. We're going to exhale and kind of let ourselves roll forward a little bit. So you're letting the top shoulder sort of drop down. And then from here, reach with that top arm, anchoring into your left foot. And just breathe right there, steady and healthy. You might get a sense of some openness through that side body. And then with the exhale, let's open around back into a more regular Trikonasana shape. Okay, let's do that again. Inhale. So you can let the top hip sort of curve down, yeah? And almost dome the body. And then when you're ready, exhale, let's open. And let's do one more. Inhale. reaching through that top arm. And then exhale, we'll open up. One in-breath is right here. And then when you're ready, you can look down towards the right foot. Lower that back hand. Bring the brick with you if you like. Inhale, come on up. And then exhale. Just pause. I've got my brick here. I love having my brick. You don't have to. Reassuring brick on my belly. All right, so we can take the second side. So turning the left toes out, I'm just going to place my brick down. All right, so finding that foundation into the feet. Stable. And then from here, opening up to that left side first of all. Take a little bit of space. And with the exhale, reaching, reaching, reaching. All the way over. Give yourself what you need. Take the back of the right hand to the back of the pelvis. That can invite the tailbone to kind of move under and in. Top ribs can roll towards the ceiling. And we're in this kind of very classic shape here, reaching up. Nice. Another deep inhale. Exhaling. So the next in-breath, let's let ourselves sort of drop inwards. Reaching through that top arm, that diagonal line, anchoring to the right heel. And then exhale, opening around. Great, twice more. Inhale. Inhale. Opening around on the exhale. Great. Let's take a moment here. Feel that space across the chest. Pressing deep into your feet. One more in breath. And with the exhale, we'll look down towards that left foot. Inhale, come on up. The brick can come with you if you like. Exhale, toes forward. Here we are. Pausing. And breathing. Nice. I'm going to bring my brick and just place it in front of me. And I'm just going to put it on its high edge. Okay. You could do whatever else. You might have a little stack of cushions, and this is the sort of posture. Even if you know you're going to get the hand onto the floor, it's often quite sensible to not. Yeah, it just gives a little bit more room. Okay, so we'll have a little play with this. So we'll take the arms wide on the inhale. Then with the exhale, turning to the right. So you'll be placing your left hand to the brick, a little bend perhaps to the right knee, hand onto the brick, and then we can open around into that spiral. Let's come up to stand, press into the feet, inhale, come up. And then to the left, exhale. Rotating around. Inhale, press into the feet, flying up. And now as you exhale, as you turn to the right, let's put the back of the left hand onto the back of the pelvis. No, we'll put the back of the right hand onto the back of the pelvis. Sorry, you probably know what I mean. And then bring the left hand down to the feet. All right, so from here, we're going to take the top arm up on the in-breath. Exhale to stay right there and just avoid putting a huge curve to the lower back. Yeah, slightly move the tailbone under, just a touch. Now on the in-breath, we're going to take the top arm over, reach it towards the front of this, like over your head. Yeah, maybe look down towards the hand on the brick. And as you exhale, we're going to open back into that spiral. Okay, so we inhale, reach over with the top arm, almost bring your torso to center, and then exhale, open up. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, and exhale, we open. Inhale, come to stand all the way up. Second side. Exhale, right hand to brick, left hand to lower back. Inhale, to slight lengthen through your torso. And then with the exhale, we can then turn. And maybe a little bend to that left knee. Inhale, reaching up with the top arm. And exhale to stay. So 3 times. Inhale, take the top arm over. Reach it straight forward. Look down, and as you exhale, open around. Inhale. Exhale to open across the chest. Inhale to take it over. Last one. Exhale to open around. Inhale, let's press into the feet. Come all the way up to stand. Exhale, hands come onto the hips. Inhale, lifting the higher, and then from here, exhale, forward fold. So you might want to have your hands on your break. You might want to put your forehead on your break. Even it's quite nice to link the arms, yeah. Place the arms on the break. Little bend to the knees. And just be in that forward fold right here. Smooth inhale. A smooth exhale. Inhale from here. Lengthen through your spine. Standing the heart forward. And then as you exhale, we'll walk the hands towards the front of the mat. Turn whatever set of toes forward. And then from here, exhale, press it back. Downward facing. Let's go for our locusty cobra one more time. Okay, so we'll come to a high plank on the inhale. And then exhale, lower down. Tailbone moving under, find the support of your pelvis. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Exhale to lower. Inhale. Now place your hands, keep the chest lifting. Inhale, feet touch down, lift a little more, shoulders roll back and down. Exhale, child's pose. Perhaps you want to stay there, or maybe it's downward facing dog. So from here, we'll be finding our way into malasana, which is that little squat. Well, nothing really little about it at all. I find. So from here, you can either hop your feet forward or walk your feet forward. And the feet can become quite wide. I'm just getting myself ready here with my blanket for my heels, okay? I think a lot of you know that this isn't my favorite. So as you come forward, remember, if it's just too much in the hips and the knees to squat, you can always come into this little shape here where you've got the knees bent and you can lean the forearms on the thighs, okay? If you prefer to come into malasana, I've just brought something under my heels. This makes it feel a lot nicer for my body. Sinking the hips down. And then taking, and of course, if you don't need anything, that's fine, yeah. Upper arms to the insides of the legs. Hands to prayer pose. And you can gently press the upper arms into the thighs. Sending the chest forward. So a slight heaviness to the tailbone. Great. Full breath. Now, from here, this is the first time I did this, it was a bit of a surprise. When you're ready, we can find our way to stand, okay? So you inhale to press into your feet. Inhale, come up. Opening through the body and exhale, let's sink down again. Lift the chest. We'll just do that twice more, okay? If it's too much, stay in your malasana, okay? Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And exhale. From here, bring the fingertips or hands to the mat. You can bring your bricks under the hands as well, yeah? And let's just straighten the legs, but keep your hands down. Little forward fold. I'm just going to adjust my feet a little bit, but I'm going to keep my little blanket under my heels because it's feeling quite nice. And then from here, a gentle fold. Nice a little bend at the knees as much as you need, okay? Then inhale, bending the chest forward. Then we can walk the hands to the right side. Send your hips out a little bit to the left. You can put a bend into your left knee. And a gentle, soft bow towards your right shin. Walking back to center. And then walking to the left with the hand. Maybe a little bend to the right knee. Send your right hip out to the right side. Soften the back of your neck. Full inhale. Full exhale. Back to center. And a fold in, exhale. Then all the way down to sitting. I'm going to go through a malasana. You can bring the hands behind you and find your way all the way down. Okay, great. From here, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be rude. I'm just going to check the time. Okay, good. Let's come and lie down. Let's have a brick if you've got one. If not, a little cushion. We'll do a little supporting bridge, okay? So come and lie down from here. So you've had the hips in that pretty deep flexion for that malasana. So let's get something to open them a little bit. So let's start first of all. We'll keep the brick just within reach. Just stick it to the side for now. Inhale where you are. Coming up on the exhale into your bridge. Inhale just where you are. Gentle pressure into your feet. You might notice your hips lift a little more. And exhale, snake down through the spine. Okay. So let's see if we can just dial back the effort a little bit on this. Okay. Inhale where you are. Exhale, rolling up. Jawbone relaxed. Inhale. Sense of openness through the front body. And exhale, snake down. Next, inhale, just lift back up into bridge, okay? Inhale. This is where you can bring your support, little brick underneath the pelvis. And I think this is similar to what we did last week. Keep the brick on a slightly low edge, yeah? Medium or low height. And then if it's okay for your lower back, I might even low actually. It's okay for your lower back. You can reach both legs long. Let's enjoy that line, or explore, I should say, that line through the front body. Let's just take another 2 breaths. Okay, so when you're ready, the arms are overhead, just bring them back down to your sides. You can come and stand on the feet again. And if you were on the medium edge of brick, you might just want to flip it to its low height just to let yourself land. Okay. And then when you're ready, lift up again, press your props away, and then land your pelvis down. And then it might work for you just to cross the ankles or the shins and let yourself rest, or even stand on your feet. Yeah, whatever works. I quite like my limbs hang out the prop. Breathing right. Just move that prop away. Then from here, standing on your feet, and as you exhale, you can lower your knees to the right side. Inhale to center, and exhale over to the left. Inhale to center, exhaling to the right. Maybe a little reach through your left arm, just a little. Exhale, inhale up, and then over to your left. And perhaps just a little reach through that right arm. When you're ready, come back to center. And then we can hug the knees in, keeping the knees quite wide. You can flex the feet. It's almost doing malasana again. That would be nice for you. So you can rock around. And if there's anything else before we come into Shavasana, if there's anything else you feel your body needs, then please feel free to do it. That might mean being very still. It might mean more rolling around. Perhaps it means putting on some socks. So whatever works, just let yourself come into your shape. And then we can all find our way into Shavasana, just for a short rest. Remembering, if you prefer, you can always lie on your side. That gentle exhalation, inviting the body to soften down to the earth. Allowing yourself to acknowledge the sense of support. The earth holding your body. And gently breathing in peace and breathing in peace. I'd just like to share a poem with you by Dana Full. So this is called Gratitude is the Cream. Gratitude is the cream that rises to the surface of life and drips over the side. There's nothing else like it in this world. To be grateful is to be open to wonder, open to love, open to the full measure of life's blessings, opportunities, challenges, and choices. Gratitude shines with its own inner light and shares itself with a generous abandon. I give thanks for the rising tide of cream. You might want to take just a little stretch through the body, maybe a little more movement. Just feel free to hug your knees in whenever you like. And then taking your time, finding your most comfortable route back to sitting. Whenever you're ready, there's no rush. Just take a pause just for a few moments. Perhaps placing your hand back onto your body if that worked for you earlier. If you set to yourself the intention at the beginning of your practice, I invite you just to come back to that right now. If you allow your memory to bring the intention into the mind, you can then allow it to just nestle down, holding it gently, quietly in the heart, like you're nourishing a little flame, holding it. And knowing that you can come back to this whenever you need to, even just for a couple of breaths, wherever you are in your day or in your week. Bring the hands together. And let's take one together to seal the practice. Exhaling fully. Inhale. And may all beings know peace and know love and be free from suffering. And may we all teach peace by example. Thank you so much, everybody. Namaste. Thanks, folks. Lovely to see you all this morning. So nice.
Thanks, Nadine.
Oh, thank you. Have a great day, everyone. Have a great week. And
Thank you
sending you lots
too much.
See you later. Oh, you're welcome, Lorna.